and looking forward to working with you.
Sorry.
You're all right.
Happy to go. Yeah.
So, Niall O'Regan, Head of Coach Education for the Football Association of Ireland. I've been working with the F.A.I. for over 10 years and looking forward to today's meeting.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Mr. Ken?
Yeah. Good morning, Emeka and Niall. My name is Ken McHugh. Niall, you know my brother Harry. Both of us were involved in football since we were kids. I met you on a seminar a couple of years ago. But yeah, I used to be a cultural planner for Sport Against Racism Ireland, and I'm still a member of that organisation. And I was involved in the initial stages with the Football Intercultural Action Group, the advisory group that advised the F.A.I. The intercultural plan, and cultural planner by trade. I also teach. I'm a visiting lecturer on the FIFA Master at the moment University in Leicester, so I'm very familiar with particularly football, but other sports as well. So it's good to meet you. Good to be here.
Thank you. Right. So we move to the next on our agenda, which will be my introduction, and then I will try to talk about the reason why we're having this meeting, which will be based on the African Coaches Matter. This is a platform I created to encourage, support, and mentor Africans and the ethnic minority in Ireland to get involved in coach education. So I would like to introduce myself. So now you can actually know me. So I'll go deeper into my background and all that, if you guys don't mind. So probably give me about 5 to 10 minutes to introduce myself properly.
Perfect, yeah.
Right, thank you. So my name is Emeka. I'm also known by my middle name as Greg. Most people call me Greg. I was born in Nigeria. I came to Ireland as a refugee in 1999. That's 22 years ago. I'm a family man with 3 beautiful kids. Ken, you know my kids anyway. I'm also an ex-football player.
Big dogs, by the way.
I'm also a football player, ex-football player, and now a soccer coach. And through my years in Ireland, I have integrated and become part of the Irish community through involving in football. I have acquired some knowledge through attending colleges, training, and employment. I have very good educational background in coaching and management. I have a diploma in sport management in college, either. I have also recently completed my UEFA A license certificate. I have a diploma degree, level 6 in sports psychology. I recently completed my UEFA Grassroots Award. Actually, the last of it will be tonight. Maybe you might be aware of that, Mr. Nye. The last of the award, it's been a year. So, and I am a proactive coach. I'm highly motivated. I'm very good in problem solving. I have coached and managed teams in Ireland and in America. I have worked and enjoyed being a volunteer coach. I have worked in my community as a volunteer coach. And just recently, I created a platform called African Coaches Matter. This platform is created through my experience I got from coaching and things I went through. So it's basically just to encourage, to support, and to mentor Africans living in Ireland and in diaspora to get involved in football coaching.
Because I still have a lot of battery left, I could probably go back to David's house.
Right.
Also, could I add to? Sorry for
yes, please.
There, but could I add to that? No, I've worked at Emeka over the years. He's been a great volunteer for the likes of Sport Against Racism Ireland, and also for an organisation that we have. It's called INSACA Ireland. It's a youth movement for young people from the African diaspora and young people from African heritage. But one of the projects we had was involving Syrian refugees, and it was really interesting because as a refugee himself, he had a lot in common with the Syrian refugees when he came here first. And he with myself and himself, brought a busload of them up to Glentoran Football Club in East Belfast, and where they catered for them. In fact, it was really interesting. He went to the trouble of getting the recipe for Syrian bread, and he had the 5 pots of halal food and the prayer room and all that. You know, it was amazing. The guys thought you were back in Aleppo, by the way. So. And then he had a game in the Oval, and the famous green sward of the Oval, and it was amazing because the fact that Mecca had come from that refugee background, he had so much in common with these guys, and we have a continual relationship with them now, involved in a lot of our projects. A lot of them are so big into football, and again, we want to work with them, not just the African coaches, but the ones from other diaspora as well. Okay.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, we'll still go into that anyway. So, well, to go on with my qualification and training in Ireland, I started my football coaching in 2011. I started with Kickstart 1, which is the first step into coach education in Ireland. So in 2012, I did my Kickstart 2 coaching. And in 2012 to 2013, I got into college where I studied football association. It's a diploma course. In that same year, I did my F.A.I strength and conditioning workshop. In 2013, I did my F.A.I youth certificate. And in 2013, same year, I did my 4v4 workshop and also the 7v7 workshop. So in 2014, I also enrolled in college where I got a diploma in sports psychology. And that same year, 2014 to 2015, I enrolled in the UEFA-B license in 2014. So in 2016, I did just a level 3 computer word process to educate myself more on the computer part of it. And in 2018, I did my UEFA-A license with the Irish F.A.I. In 2022, this year, I did my UEFA Grassroots Leaders Award. And these are my certificates, just to. So this is the Kickstart 1. This is my Kickstart 2 certificate. This is my youth cert in 2013. This is the 4v4 workshop, the 7v7 workshop. This is my certificate, the attendance certificate of attendance, the UEFA-B in 2014, 2015, and this is the certificate itself for the diploma, the UEFA-B diploma cert. And also, aside from my coach certificate, I also attended colleges where I got a certificate component with the FITEC. This is my result here. This in 2012. So this is my result. I got it was a level 5 distinction in soccer coaching, merit in soccer skills, and this is my certificate, and this is the certificate I got. This is a level 6 diploma, the sports psychology. So I got a merit in this. Sorry, now I just go through all this. And this is my certificate from the computer literacy level. Actually, it's just a level 3, but just because I believe, especially with nowadays coaching, computer knowledge is very important. So I try to educate myself just a bit and get certified.
So you also did your coaching practice for Hardy up at Carberry, yeah?
Yeah.
In the UTB course.
And this is my coaching, playing experience just to take you through. In 1997, I was part of I was from Nigeria, and I was part of the Lagos State team, selected team in 1997. And this is my team in 1997 to 1998 in Nigeria, Lagos. It's called the LSDPC. It's the best and most productive team at that time that produces young players. So, and then in 1999, I moved to Ireland. My first notable club in Ireland I signed for was Dundalk FC in 2001 to 2011. So in Dundalk, I didn't stay long because I played about 2 matches there. I have proof on that. So I moved down because I wasn't getting enough time. So I moved to the Leinster Division 1. At that time, we only have the A.C.M League and the Division 1. So I moved to Division 1. I signed for Celtic up in Dundalk. As you can see from this newspaper article here, this newspaper is in 2001, sorry. There you can see I was described as one of the live player over there. Emeka Ihekaire, one of the live. Actually, in this game, I scored a goal so against Aer Lingus. Just show was involved. My last club I played before getting involved in football coaching was with Toka Rovers in 2010. I played a few matches there, and then I couldn't take it anymore. So I was like, it's about time to go into coaching to give back my knowledge and what I've learned over the years to the young kids. And this is my coaching experience. In 2012, I started my coaching. My first team was the B team with College Idol in my college, so I was made the coach of the team. And then in 2012, I was the head coach of Sherborne FC under 14 girls. I won the league with the team, and we won numerous cup as well, including the Enniskerry Cup. I was the coach of the Bohemians under 15 boys. I also won and produced a lot of young talent from there. We won the County Fingal tournament in 2016. I was part of the NDSL under 10. I was the head coach. Same year, I was the head coach of the under 16 NDSL. So in 2014, I was doing a voluntary work for my community. I was doing it's a County Dublin infant and primary school, so whereby I go to every schools and teach the young kids how to play fun game and introduce football to them. It's really fun. It's one of the best things I've got involved into. So in 2015, I was lucky enough, I got a contract in America with the Chicago Fires. So I was in America for from 2015 to 2017. In between the year in America, I was the assistant coach of Beaver High School. This is a college high school, which I have I got them into the semi-final of the state championship. You will still see that. I was a technical director and coach at the Brighton Beaver Soccer Club. They also have a soccer club, so they made me the technical director and coach, where I coordinate the coaches there. In 2017, I was the technical director and head coach of Milan, Southeast Michigan soccer. So I was the technical director. Also, I coordinate with the coaches and coach the coaches, and I also go to schools in America to promote the game of soccer. In 2017, I came back to Ireland, so I was assisting coach Mr. Harry McHugh and Sean Mahal, like Ken just said there. So I was assistant for 2-3 years with Harry McHugh. And then I was in 2017, I was an executive consultant with Glentoran in Saka. I think Ken might talk on that as well. I was their consultant, and that was my career. And just to show the proof, this Ken, this is remember this was in the Oval, right? When I was the coach of the Syrian national team. We went to Glentoran in Belfast to play with the Glentoran team. It was fun. It was great. And this was me with Ari. Ari is Ken's brother. Ari is a former under-21 Irish manager, and Mahal, and that was me then. Over here, this is when I won the county Fingal tournament. That's the mayor of Dublin, and that was me with the Bohemians under 15. Some of these guys, they are playing in the Irish League. Some are in England, playing, doing great. And this is the time I won the under 14 National League with the Sherborne under 14. This is my captain. I was dragging the cup with her. This is my captain, Rachel Kelly. Rachel Kelly, I don't know, Niall, you might know her. She's she's the Ireland goalkeeper from age of 16. Yeah, Rachel Kelly. This is Anna. I call her Little Messi. She plays for Plymouth. They won the league about 2 years ago, and some of them are doing great in life. And sometimes I see them, I'm like, oh wow. And this is my time with in college, where I was managing the College Eagle team, B team. We went to America with the team, so that's me there. And some of these guys are still playing, and some are into management and all that. This is when I first signed my contract with Chicago Fires, and this some of the job I was doing for my community. This is in America, where I used to go to every schools in America, elementary school, and try to promote football. This is my time with my under 10. I coach kids in school, like I said, train, just have fun game. I go to every schools like County Fingal and Dublin. And this is me with the director and technical director of Ghana Football Association. I was involved with Ghana football at the time. So I went to Ghana to study and see how we can work with the Ghana F.A.I. So here's the General Secretary, Mr. Francis Utia Tempe, and Mr. Ado. So just to... All right, so that's just about me. So thank you so much for taking your time to listen to.
Sorry, Michael, can I interrupt?
Yes, please.
The Ghana FA was important because Francis Oakey, who's a personal friend of mine, we had arranged, just to explain it, the whole idea was to get the likes of Emeka and Zubi Ufo as well to do their coaching badges here and send them off to Ghana to work in Ghana. Like Zubi worked with the women's international football team, and you worked with Francis on a personal basis and as a personal assistant.
Exactly.
So I think that's really interesting because in Africa itself, you wouldn't have got that opportunity. You wouldn't have a transfer of skills from Nigeria to Ghana and vice versa. So it's interesting that both of you come here and we exported you out to Ghana, and it's a program that we set up in Surrey. It's called Sport Aid from Africa to Ireland. Mostly mostly athletics because of the connection we have with Kipchoge Keino and Wilfred Bungay in East Africa and Kenya, because they have developed up to the highest level in the world status in terms of middle and long distance running. So it's just using those skills, and that's what really the meeting, I presume, is about here today, to talk about the potential of coaches from the continent of Africa and other migrant there, other coaches from migrant backgrounds. Okay.
Thank you, Ken. So now that's just about me and my story so far from from the bottom to where I am today, and I'm grateful and honored. And these are the things that motivated me to start this platform of African Coaches Players Matter, because I know the advantage, I know the benefit I got from getting myself involved into football coaching. If it wasn't for this football coaching, I wouldn't be able to be speaking to you, Niall, and somebody like Ken McHugh. I'm very honored, and I want other Africans to be able to benefit from this coaching. It's not about the money or whatever, but it's about your personality, about changing lives and mostly getting involved in the community. And throughout my education, from the Kickstart one up to the UEFA, Mr. Niall, I used to be the only African, I used to be the only Black or African in all of those courses. Right, so this made me all through my years. I wondered why was this problem? Why are Africans not getting involved into this coaching? Is there any barrier on this? Sorry, is there any barrier on this? So then, what I found out was they don't trust the organization because they believe they've been neglected. They don't get picked. These are the things I observe, but it doesn't mean it is true or not. So these are their excuses, like they don't get picked each time they apply for courses. And even if they...
Look, I was, as I said earlier on, I was on the Football Intercultural Advisory Group, and we received from the Minister for Justice at the time, Lenihan. He granted €800,000 to the F.A.I. to be dispersed, divided up between Sport Against Racism, Show Race and Red Card, and the F.A.I. themselves. It was supposed to be a three-way split, and one of the in the cultural plan, we had allowed some of that funding to be given over to coaches from migrant backgrounds for training of coaches. Now, I assumed that was the case, that there was funding available for that. I left the committee, and my colleagues, Phil Flynn and Perry Ogden, took up the running on it. But that was the plan anyway. So to upgrade a lot of the coaches who have been working as volunteers and all that, and got their Kickstart 1 or 2 to the ETB courses, and to bring them up to the levels right up to the level that you're at. But it'd be interesting to see what happens and to look at the evaluation of that.
Right.
That's possible. Yeah. Niall, if you could maybe check that out. I know Des Tomlinson was the officer, was the dedicated officer at the time.
What was that, Ken?
Sorry, Niall.
What date was that, or when was that?
Late 90s, yeah, that was the 90s. Sorry, not the. Let me see what date was it? 80, 1990. We started off in 1997 with F.A.I, and then we developed the program, and right up into 2006, I think it was now. But I can send you on the plan. You probably know about the plan there, but it's something that we thought was very important to include the coaching for coaches.
Yeah, well, obviously I'm working with the F.A.I. for 10 years, so that's only going back to
it's quite
11. But Des, speaking of Des, obviously Des is still working for the association, and Des and I would have worked together with lots of different projects and initiatives about how we ensure that minorities are getting the best support, getting the best opportunities. But
historically, then we actually, I was at the meeting with John Delaney when UEFA introduced the Meridian program. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. So Meridian was basically at the time, the 54 countries of Europe and the 54 countries of Africa were matched. The whole idea, we spoke to John Delaney about F.A.I. matching with a country in Africa, but again, that didn't materialize. Was the Germans and the British and English and the Czechs were involved in some good programs with countries, with their partner countries in Africa, and that was supposed to be a comprehensive program which involved exchanging of coaches, and that worked very well. And then the funding ran out. Then UEFA pulled the funding on it. It was a pity, but it would be nice to maybe look at that type of thing, exchange of coaches, maybe using the largest funding, which is the International Exchange Bureau, that we have funding available to us to look at exchanging coaches from here to there, particularly on the African continent. And we already have good contacts with, thanks to America and others,
Yes.
with Nigeria, Ghana, and Zambia. They're the 3 countries that we have worked with.
I have that project here anyway, but we're still going to get to it. Yeah, that's the project Ken was talking about here. The Meridian is, I think, is very important now. If we can look into it, and this seat here, I don't know if this Meridian.
The cup game, the annual cup game, was to raise funding for.
Well, it's abolished now, Ken. This is the UEFA CAF Meridian Cup was part of the Meridian project, a cooperation agreement concluded by the African and European Football Confederation in Lisbon on the 30th January 1997 to promote the exchange of culture and to offer young footballers a unique learning experience within the framework of footballing festival. It was held every 2 years.
Yeah, that was the fundraiser for the actual program. That was the project for the program.
Yeah,
it'd be nice to do it on a bilateral basis or a trilateral basis with Ghana, with Nigeria, and Zambia, given that we have the contacts there. What do you think of that, Niall? Has there been any ideas around that, like in terms of international? I know you have people over to do the pro license and that, yeah. I think there's 100 altogether with pro license.
Yeah.
And some of them are from abroad, from overseas. Has there been any thought given to including the coaches from the African diaspora or even the continent of Africa? So
I don't think it was a thing where you would give any specific thought to any country in the world, really. Like, we're just more open towards when coaches apply. In the past, there was a very sort of strict 10% rule for people external to your own country, because obviously in Africa and in all of the countries throughout the world, everyone has their own confederation, whether it be CONCACAF, AFC, UEFA, or so on and so forth. But really, this is sort of just a first moment for me in terms of listening and hearing the areas that you're speaking about, and just then going and having a conversation with those that might be a lot more informed, like talking of the Meridian Cup and stuff like that. That's sort of more international football, or like, because obviously my area is specifically coach education, so that's the only area I would have control or say over. So any other areas, I'm taking notes here, and I'll make sure to link people in with you after this, you know.
Yeah.
So
I think the problem that we found was that there was very few coaches from with African heritage. Sean Dempsey, one of my students from the FIFA Master, is actually carrying out research in the Irish Republic on that. And again, the initial feedback he's getting is that there's, really very few, a very small percentage of male and almost zero female coaches. I think we come across, and I actually know her herself. She coached in Bosnia. She was in South Africa. She was the only one that I know of, and we need to look at that. We need to look at why they're not, the coaches in the African diaspora in particular, are not engaging with the F.A.I. in coach education.
So, like, from now, just what we can do, like from my own project, I want to work with the F.A.I. is this African Coaches Players Matter app. So It's an exclusive football social network platform I created to encourage, to support and mentor Africans and other ethnic minority background coaches, parents, guardians, players, former players, anyone that wishes to become a soccer coach. It is a platform where African coaches will discuss and share our knowledge on the issue of coach education, players' welfare, and the challenges African coaches are facing in Ireland. Initially, my focus is to deliver online coaching workshop to assist and guide new coaches and even the already coaches, to get the coach education, to get into the coach education qualification ladder like the Kickstart one too. So for me personally, like I said, getting involved in football coaching has changed my life. It has made me to become a better leader, a better communicator, and most importantly, coaching has helped me to integrate and become part of my Irish community. So the purpose of this platform, this African Coaches Players Matter, is based on how the F.A.I can promote increased participation and deliver coach education courses among African coaches and ethnic minority through our platform. So to ensure every individual can feel free to become a football coach on the basis of equality and confident that they will be welcomed if they do so through our platform, and to contribute to integrate into Irish society, is growing, the diversity is growing. So this is about maximizing the inclusiveness of football coaches in Ireland, including anyone from African and other ethnic backgrounds. It is about sending out positive and welcoming message that participation in football coaching is real positive and welcoming in Irish Republic. So, people can feel free, like the ethnic and African, they can get involved without thinking they won't be picked or they won't get the coach education. So this platform represent that. And just to back you up, I caught up with I want you to listen to this.
That looks like Brian Kerr, isn't it?
Yeah, I caught up with Branca recently, so let's get it started. All right, here.
Brian, former Irish national coach, and just want to talk and give a point about my project, the African Coaches Matter, and the way we can support, encourage, and mentor African coaches to get involved in Irish football. So, Brian, please.
Well, I think that if our national team now is much more diverse than it was in many years. Although in my time, of course, we had Clinton Morrison and Stephen Reid, black players playing the team. Often have black players over the years, back to Chris Houghton, who was the first. But the staff hasn't represented the inclusiveness or the change in our society. So I think that it's the responsibility of National Association now to change that side of the game also, that we should have an awful lot
more. The management side.
The coaching and management side and the medical side, or all sides. Going back to my time at Chris Houghton, working with him, because he was the best option for me. He was the best assistant coach I could have got. Not just because he was black. Because he was the proud. He was right for the job, and I also had other people working the staff that were of a diverse.
Sorry, Niall, Ken, I have a big problem. I have a big issue. My Zoom call thing is I need to upgrade, and it's going to cut off any moment. All right. So I'll need to rejoin back.
No, hold on. It's been really useful for the introduction. I think we should let Niall go away and maybe.
Yeah, I think for me now it's good. I think I have a lot of information. I think I need to connect a lot more people to this. Days probably primarily, but I think there's enough for me now to take away. And what we'll do in January is maybe sit down and have a face-to-face and bring 2 or 3 other people to the table. You know,
that'd be great, Niall. I think that's really positive. Yeah, it's just that as Brian, who was the director of Sardi as well, you said that the whole thing around.
Bring innovation to the fans. Sky Sports Premier League coverage brought to you by EA Sports FC.